Well, g'day and welcome to the channel. It's that time of the week again, and rain, hail or shine, we're going to get out in this. But first, I need to just do a little bit of oversight. So I've checked the brake fluid level, that's all great. So that problem has been fixed from last time. And I've checked the front brakes, and they've self-healed for now. So we've got heaps of pedal there. But what I haven't done is check ignition timing. So that's going to be the main focus of this session. And to do so, I've got a few things laid out already. And I've taken the front cover off the fairing, which I'll show you in a minute. So there's a plug in here, which I think with fingernails only. Let me get a light on it though. That rubber plug that you can see there. Yeah, so if you get in there. Okay, so that gives you the flywheel, and there's a mark on the edge of the block. I'll try and show you. So there's a little V notch right there. So any of the markings on the flywheel need to line up to that. I've also lifted the back wheel off the ground so I can turn the engine over by hand. But what I want to do first to really make that a lot easier is take spark plugs out. So I'll rip those plugs out, and then we can turn the engine over until we get a timing mark there. And we'll just place it there so nothing can fall in the hole. Alright, so we'll drop it into gear, and you're looking in that hole. I think we might need a higher gear. Alright. That's your important Z mark. So if that's reflecting off there well enough. So that mark that says Z, that line has to line up with, or the Z has to line up with the that V I showed you there at 3000 RPM. So I've got a little bit of a white paint pen. I'm going to just put some white paint in there so I can see it. Alright, so you can see the Z mark there. It's got a little bit of white paint and a little bit of red paint on it. So we're going to run with that. Next I'm going to start the engine and connect a strobe light. Let me just show you the strobe light. Okay, so a strobe light's a pretty basic piece of kit. It's a high-speed globe, for want of a better word, in there. There's a little inductor here, so you put this on spark plug wire number 1, and when it detects a change in the magnetic field as a result of the current and obviously the spark going down to the spark plug, so the current that makes that spark is detected here, and it tells the strobe light to release a beam in the same duration as that spark progressing down the wire. And these alligator clips are really just to provide it with a 12-volt supply to generate that strobe light. So we'll connect these onto, actually I'll do this one where I can see the earth. That's your 12 volts. We'll get the engine back together, but that will then go on spark plug wire number 1, which is the left hand side. So yeah, got to get the plugs back in because we've got to run this thing up. Alright, it's back together, so we'll just bring the Thunder. What is that? False alarm, up and goose. It was in gear. It won't start in gear unless you pull the clutch in. But I'm in neutral, so. Just let it warm up first. Okay, so the mark you see there is S, and that's the static timing mark. So when you initially set the bike up, you'll time it to that mark so the engine will start, but it's not the timing with the advance factored in. So we'll just wait for it to get a little bit warmer, because I've got to bring it up to 3000 RPM. Got to set the cruise control. Alright, you probably didn't see that. What actually happened was, as I reached for the strobe, I bumped the off switch here. But anyway, found it back on. But what you weren't seeing, potentially, is that the mark was actually past. It was past the opening. What that's telling me is that the ignition is retarded. In other words, the spark is firing after the mark has gone past. So, in other words, the spark is happening too late. So we need to make a slight adjustment. I sort of anticipated, given the nature of this bike, that the timing hadn't been done for a while. So let's have a look at how to do that. Of course, in anticipation, I've removed part of the fairing, 8 screws. So it's all going to be too hot to work on now. But 1, 2, 3, and mates on the same side, and then there's a couple, one on each side up here. We have to get this cover off. The oil cooler is in the way, and must disconnect the battery to do this. There's a chance of arcing the cover off on the body of the diode pack, which will surely destroy it. So I'm now going to wait for it all to cool down, and actually I can get in here without burning myself. So let's maybe get the oil cooler out of the way. Nice and loose. that's better. So it's right beside the speedo cable. Actually, should be all right. See? Let's put that back. Now I'd estimate ignition's out about 3 degrees. So this is going to be a very small turn. If in fact I can even turn it. There we go. That's a turn. Let's go back and check. Okay, well, you didn't see there. Slightly retarded still. Let's fix that. Haven't come this far to leave it slightly retarded. Do I need to? No, we're good for the time being. Got a tripod malfunction. So we're looking for the same amount again, without burning hands on the exhaust. Counterclockwise, tiny bit. There you go. Bringing the thunder. Well, that's that job done. Couldn't be happier. It was spot on after all of that, so that's really good. So we've got brakes and our timing set. Let's get organised and go camping. Next is oil cooler. And you want to get that in square. There we go, a bit like that. Need a little tappy. Yeah, I'm going to go as light as I can today because I'm heading off-road, and I don't want to put too much stress on the old panniers. Exciting times. The $14 tent actually fits in a pannier squeezed in, so that's decent. Let's get packing. Stove. A lot of fire. Flashlight, torch. Headphones. Drop some heat pads in just in case. This is a fireplace. More on that later. Air pump. Hat with light. Sleeping bag. Coffee bags. Marshmallows. Inflatable mattress. Telescoping marshmallow fork. Space blanket. Spring clamps, you'll see why later. Flat sheet, chair, firelighters, wind screen, Russian doll cups, cutlery, table, pillow, food in there. Alright, I think I'm all packed. So this is as minimalist as I can get, excluding the marshmallows and the marshmallow fork. So tank bag with food in it and drink. And you saw what went into the panniers, and the camera tripod just there strapped on the back. This also doubles as a pillow once I take it off. Okay, so let's see how the cold start looks. Let's try no choke, because no choke is no joke. Oh, I think our headlight's on. I got a little switch here. Let's turn that off. Oh, it's a two-way switch. Anyway, let's go. Bring the thunder. That's good. I think the retiming may have made some difference. It started really well. Okay, putting the camera down because I got to go. Okay, so we made it. Bit of litter on the ground there, but I'll pick that up. I've decided not to go all the way in. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so we've had some good winter's rain up here, and this is part of the track in. Now that's only a very minor amount of water, but there are really deep ruts further up, which would cause an issue if the middle in between the ruts is really wet, as it is a little bit here. Sort of slippery clay, so it's not a dual sport, unfortunately. So I've just pulled off here. There's a little bit of an alcove here, and I've literally only had to come about 50 meters down that road, so it's good. This is purely to stop moonlight, because it's full moon tonight. I don't want to be up at 1 in the morning thinking that it's midday. Okay, so I'm more or less settled. I've just got to get a fire started. But I thought I'd try out my new contraption. Now this was another cheap as chips Kmart Anko. This is the new fireplace. Oh, don't know how it goes together or comes apart. We'll work it out. Alright, so there's some kindling. Don't think it's great firewood, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff down that isn't a habitat of an animal, so should be able to just help myself. Cool, let's set some up. All set up. Firewood. Should be enough for tonight, I would say. Done. Let me show you the campsite. Alright, so here we have the $14 tent with its full moon cover on. And then of course the beast of burden that got us here in one piece. Table with dinner, all ready to get on the fire. Charging pack, light, Russian doll cups, drink, and fireplace and wood. So I'm going to sit back, relax, enjoy the sunset through the trees, listen to the birds. Or the clock on the bike. And enjoy myself. We'll catch you soon. Beauty. Not burnt, which is important, and hot. Alright, let's put our telescoping marshmallow fork to good use. I'd have to say this motorcycle fire pit is the best. Works really well. Well, good morning. I made it. Again, I'm not inside the $14 tent. Too dark right now. We've got the morning upon us. Yeah, it was a good night. No one came past at all. Be time for coffee soon, but I think I might just crawl back into the sleeping bag for 5 minutes. Hot and smoky flavoured. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Oh well, folks, that's it for me. All packed up. Left nothing behind but my wheel tracks. So I'm happy with that. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.